Step in the ring, feel the adrenaline rush, throwing fists and kicks, the pain we can't hush. And then they fight us, we're the real tough guys, breaking down barriers, we aim for the skies. Into the octagon, like a warrior I stand, trading blows, taking hits as I command. The art of combat, I'm ready to go. Submission, knockout, that's how I flow. Unleashing the fury like an untamed beast, locked in a cage where strength is released. Striking precision, grappling with my golden octagon. The stage we ignite. Unleashing the fury like an untamed beast, locked in a cage where strength is released. Striking precision, grappling like a golden octagon. The stage we ignite.
And we are live. Welcome to the Golden Octagon MMA Podcast with your hosts, Matt and D Rose.
Well, where are we at? There we are. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Golden Octagon MMA Podcast. This is number 211. So thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out with us over here on the Golden Octagon today. My name is Matt. D Rose is right over there on that side of your screen. Yeah, we had some fights this past weekend in Vegas, so we will. Where are we at? Where's our banners at? We will be covering our UFC Vegas 119 recap. I got the Wheel of Doom this week, unfortunately. D Rose caught me early last week. I wasn't ready. I wasn't thinking clearly. But I had some solid picks still. I don't care. I will gladly take my punishment this week. I called two big dogs. I wish I would have stuck with one of them, but I flipped with the other one. We got some UFC news and fight announcements to go over. I'll go over my UFC. I will go over my Seattle trip this past week. I met Austin, so that was cool. I'll share that picture, and then we'll get into our UFC Baku, Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres, our preview, predictions, picks, all that. And then we'll close out the show with the pick champ coming back for it this week. D-Rose, you can't keep it, dude. That's just mine. That's mine. Anyway, with that being said, D-Rose, how have you been over the past week or so, my guy?
Things have been good. Things have been great. And now betting-wise, I'm not gonna lie, I got absolutely smoked. And it's one of those things, I think we both talked about it before. Whenever we end up placing a higher dollar bet, it's typically when we end up losing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about it, but Alan Nascimento, brother, I mean, absolutely killed me. No bet list for that dude. But no, everything's been good. Like you said, got the pick champ a little bit early this week. Almost got the clean sweep, but we'll get into that as well. But no, things have been great this way. Got a root canal scheduled for next week, so I'll be excited for that. But
so I'll let you tell the people about this upcoming week. About you are the reason that we will not be having the podcast.
Yeah, because I'm shutting the show down next week. No, we are just we're going to end up taking a break next week because well, one, there's no fights next week, and two,
we keep it rolling though, D Rose. That's no excuse.
We have been rolling, but I actually got a root canal scheduled for next Wednesday, and July 1st was the soonest they could actually get me in. So I just took it just because it was the easiest thing. It's gonna be like, I think it's like 11:30 or so. I got to be up there, so yeah, it's gonna interrupt the podcast, and Matt's gonna be in school by the time if I could do anything that day. So yeah, it's gonna jam us up to where we're not gonna be able to end up doing one next week.
On a good note, I don't have school next Friday or Saturday, of course not next Saturday, but it's a holiday, but it is what it is. I know D Rose that's his car selling day, so all the holidays they give those discounts.
Come on and get them.
All right. With that being said, let's get into the comments real quick. Sorry, y'all. Forgot the comments. Starting off, we got Antoine in here. What's going on, Antoine? How you doing? How was your Seattle trip? Did you see any Ken Griffey jerseys out there? I did not, Antoine. It was mostly soccer jerseys. Austin, what's up, Austin? Good morning / early afternoon, everyone. Michelle Pereira. Title run starts now. Anal bifida is the worst of all bifida, says Dave. Okay. Also making fun of Austin. Rooting for Michelle Pereira is going to happen. You got to have the faith, says Austin. Dave says he has zero faith. He should go back to, dude, that was my favorite Michelle Pereira. The back flipping down the opponents, dude. Sick. Dave says D Rose reigning and defending. He just got that back this week. He ain't reigning and defending.
Yeah. Hey, man, I was messing around last time, but I locked in this week.
Yeah. Back to school. Hope Matt doesn't get in a fight. Yep, I'm probably the oldest person in the class and probably one of the biggest people in the class. They're not big people around here at all. With that being said,
that's crazy because you consider Texas being the cornbread fed.
Well, where I'm at, it's not a lot of that. It's more. I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, we got our UFC Vegas 119 recap. We got the Wheel of Doom that I unfortunately have to do. We got our UFC. Wait, I already did this. What am I doing? Didn't I already do that?
Yeah, I believe so. I was kind of letting you roll, but
anyway, you should you already did that. Anyway,
I was kind of letting you go.
Yeah, so let's get into the show, D Rose. We got a UFC Vegas 119 recap. So I'll share my screen real quick. This past weekend in the Meta Apex, that is what they are calling it. We had Manel Kape versus Kyoji Horiguchi in the main event. Manel Kape was getting kind of beaten up by Kyoji Horiguchi in the first 2 rounds, and then in the 3rd round, hit Kyoji with a shot, dropped him, and then Manel just kind of followed up with the ground and pound. I thought Kyoji was maybe getting back up to his feet, but then, Manel Kape just landed the one right underneath the armpit, dude, and dropped Kyoji right on his face. I'm like, okay, that's it. Call it. And, he actually did call it. So shout out, like the ref for actually stopping it on time. And also, dude, I was spot on with that fight. I called that Manel Kape round 3 TKO. You can go check it out on Tapology. My exact pick. What's your thoughts here on the main event this past weekend?
Yeah, no, it was a great fight, and for me, a guy who picked Horiguchi, I sent you the bet slip. I had a little bet on Horiguchi as well, and yeah, I was very confident through those first 2.5 rounds that I was like, man, Horiguchi is looking good. He's
no eye pokes either.
Bouncing in and out on the feet. I think he actually hurt Manel Kape in the 2nd round. Because I think it was like early on in the round, he kind of hit him with like a little hook over the top, and it looked like Kape kind of lost his feet for a second. And then that's when I think Horiguchi was able to kind of get the takedown and get the control for like the rest of the round in the 2nd. But yeah, Kape, he's just got that explosive power, man. And it was good timing. The way that Horiguchi kind of stepped in and Kape kind of slipped away and then kind of bounced back up with the right hand over the top. And it was just good killer instinct for him to follow up with the ground and pound. So good win from Manel Kape. Moving forward, I mean, if because we think that Pantoja versus Van's going to happen next. I mean, if Kape fights Pantoja, I mean, we can pretty much just call that, right? Like, I mean, because I think
fucking Pantoja's just going to take him down. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Pantoja's going to have his way with him on the ground. Horiguchi was able to take him down that easy. I mean, he literally just pushed, tripped him with one hand behind his knee, and then just pushed and just took him down like that, multiple times. So if he was able to do that to Cop that way, then I can only imagine what Pantoja would do. But I think a Josh Van matchup would be awesome. So I do think that Cop should be fighting for the title next. He can wait for whoever, but yeah, depending on the matchup, man, it's definitely going to vary on how successful he might be.
Yeah, I agree. Moving on down, co-main event, Navajo Sterling, Iwan Cutelaba. Man, I feel like I let everyone talk me into this Navajo Sterling decision, dude. I was on Navajo Sterling knockout, and then the more the week went along, it's like, man, everyone is betting Navajo decision. D Rose is on the same way. Maybe that is the way it goes. Iwan is tough, and then I should have just stuck with Navajo Sterling KO, dude, because that is what happened. Round 2 knockout for Navajo Sterling. It did go, I think, over 1.5. So that cash for the over 1.5ers, if you were able to bet that, but I think the actual line may have been 2.5. So it don't even matter. What's your thoughts on co-main event?
Yeah, I thought I might have called the knockout on this, but
I think you convinced me to the decision, D-Rose.
I gotta go back and look because I was pretty confident I called knockout on that. But anyway, but yeah, no, because I honestly, it's Cutelaba, dude. Like,
I know
we know how.
That was my thought about it. That was my thought. I was like, man, it could look like Kennedy. I said maybe even sub or KO. Like, I didn't think it was going to go to decision. And then the more I went along the week, I just heard everyone talking about how tough Iwan is, and he only gets subbed, and this is probably going to be like low volume on the feet. And I was like, man, all right. And then I ended up betting Navajo decision, maybe the 2.5, and end up losing all those damn bets.
Yeah, well, in the really the worst part is that he ended up gassing too. Like, you know what I mean? He ended up
dude, Iwan just quit. Dude,
yeah.
I forgot who the fucking Kerry Hadley, dude. He was just like, oh, you want to be done in this fight? Nah, you're going to get some more damage, buddy. You're going to take some damage while you're sitting on your ass.
Yeah. I called knockout round. I called knockout round 3. I called knockout round 3. Yeah. So that,
and I think you were talking about 3 or decision, like for the bet, like probably about,
I did have a 3 or decision bet. I did have a 3 or decision bet with him, but then I also had him by knockout just in case. Well,
gotcha.
and of course, as you saw, it didn't pan out anyway. But but yeah, I kind of figured because Cutelaba, again, guy's a dork, man. I mean, he's a solid fighter, but he's just and especially him doing the
acting like he's hurt, dude.
Thing.
Dude, that is wasn't Kerry Hadley like the ref against Ankalaev too? Like when that happened?
That it may be. So
I don't
know,
dude.
like, and he was getting hit with some shots to where it looked like he was really hurt.
Right.
And I think I cannot remember who we talked about it with not too long ago, where I was mentioning that, like, yeah, when you act like you're hurt, it's cool, but to the judges, like, man, it looks like you're actually hurt in certain situations. And it's just, I just felt like a lot of bad IQ stuff that's played in for Cutelaba, because he did have his path, or he had an avenue to victory. But
he had a few moments too.
Yeah, no,
like,
he did. But again, just doing dumb stuff and just kind of throwing the fight away. But I think he just officially gassed. Sterling stayed on the gas. He stayed with the wrestling. I was surprised that Navajo Sterling was wrestling as much as he was. But I think he really just put a pace on, or he was able to keep up with the pace that Cutelaba couldn't. And that's ultimately why Cutelaba quit.
Yeah, that's fair, man. Hyder Emil, C-Rod, man. I was on Hyder Emil. Dude, what happened to Hyder Emil, dude? It's just like after the Jose Delgado fight, it's just like he don't got nothing left. Like his chin's just gone. Like just keeps getting hurt. Wobble. Well, C-Rod comes in here, fair, 43. Sorry, what's up?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, to be fair, his defense ain't the greatest either.
Yeah, but I mean, he was known for that brick chin. He has got a big square head. Just can take the damage. And I guess he's what, 35, 36 now, just can't really take it anymore, dude. Just now got to the UFC, but I mean, I don't see him staying around too much longer if he's just going to keep getting finished, dude. Shout out C-Rod, but man, C-Rod needs to go back down to 135, man. He just looks doughy at 145, man. It's just like, I don't know if he beats anyone at the top of the division. What's your thoughts on Hyder Mil, C-Rod?
So I will say, just to that last point, I actually thought, because I normally say that about Christian Rodriguez as well, I actually thought this past weekend he actually looked in a lot better shape at 145. Like, I thought that was the first time where I actually saw him with some sort of abs in there, because I think his last few fights, I think he just, again, like, I think he's kind of almost had like old BJ Penn type body going in there, just not shredded, just kind of like doughy, and not the, basically to say that we think that there's room there to where he could potentially go back down to 135. But if you're going to fight at 145, I think he's just going to have to try to bulk up a little bit more. But I thought physically he looked pretty good the other day. But again, like I said with Hyder Emil, his defense, man. I mean, how many times did Christian Rodriguez land that 2 head kick? Like, he literally kept throwing it. Like, I mean, it might have been 3 or 4 times that Christian Rodriguez landed with a head kick, and then finally the last one just caught him and put him out, dude. I mean, it was just a lot of that was on Hyder Emil. I know he relies on his chin, but you cannot constantly keep dipping into the same shot and expect to just walk through it, because eventually it's going to put you out.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Clavicular set to enter MMA. You think, ain't that the dude that does like meth and shit? Yeah, fucking that dude's just gonna get his arm broken. He's got weak bones. He's fragile. That's a fragile human being.
I have no idea who that is.
That's it. It's like one of these fucking streamer guys that it just fucking dumb. Anyway, Melsik Bagdasaryan, Murtazali Magomedov. Yeah, dude, this was fun for about the first minute, dude. Melsik Bagdasaryan and Magomedov was throwing on the feet. It was at that point that like Magomedov was like, "Oh shit, I am out of my element on the feet." Like, he got touched a few times. It was like, I need to get this on the ground ASAP. And just like that giant Cuban dude, Robelos de Spain, dude, it's like the floor is lava, dude. Once they end up there, fight's over, dude. It's fucking Melsik is so like on the ground. He is just like so freaking just out of this world. He has no clue where he's at, and fight was just over at that point. So Magomedov wins round 1 submission.
Yeah, I think did we both call round 1 submission as well? So,
I actually picked Melsik knockout in that fight, and it looked like it could have went. It just the guy was like, "Nope, I don't like this." Take that.
Yeah, I thought there could have been a chance that he could have gotten a submission, because I did pick submission, but to do it as quickly as he did.
I believe you did pick round 1 sub for maybe round 2, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I just went back and looked at it. It was round 2, but I thought that Magomedov might have kept it on the feet for a little bit, but
I mean, he tried, but dude, Melsik is a problem on the feet, dude. But
yeah,
on the ground,
no, he is, but he is a dead fish on the ground. Like, he is just like he's cooked.
Lava.
But dude, to be fair, like, I think, because I don't know what we're going to rule the Alexa Grasso finish, if that's going to be a sub or if that's going to be a knockout, but I think she's going to have some competition for sub of the year, because I'm not going to lie, when I saw the twister, like, I popped for it. Like, I was like, yo.
When I saw it, I was like, Melsik just got inspired by Polyana Viana and submitted himself. That's what I saw. I was like, what an idiot.
Yeah, well, and I don't think that he's necessarily thinking that Twister's going to get set up that way. I mean, he's thinking that he's going to get top position. Polyana Viana just holding a stupid triangle that is literally doing nothing and set herself up for it. Like, at least Bagdasaryan was trying to advance position. It was just a smooth setup from Magomedov. So yeah, that's going to have some competition for sub of the year with Alexa Grasso, and to me, I think that's right up there for one of the best that I've seen. That was awesome.
That's fair, man. That's fair. Have fun, Antoine. 100 boxes. Sounds like it might take some time. Moving on down, Vinicius, Loke, Dog, Oliveira, Andre Fili, dude. I wish you would have put this in the pick, champ, man, because at this point I am probably like 145 seems to be one of my better divisions for picking the winner in these fights. I don't know why. I just maybe I have the best reads. I don't know. Yeah, Loke Dog winning there. And I got to be honest, round one, I was terrified because Vinicius Oliveira just went there throwing recklessly, did not care what was coming back at him. Andre Fili at the end of the round hit him with a body kick and then another body kick. Vinicius Oliveira does the Marab scream, like holds his body, like, ah! Like, I'm like, oh no. Dude, if Andre Fili would have threw 1-2 more kicks, fight would have been over. But he decided to clinch up against the cage with them and let the round in. And at that point, new round starts. Vinicius Oliveira comes out with the same game plan, throwing leg kicks, getting them checked, limping backwards. Like, I'm like, oh shit, did he just break his leg? Would recover and go back to doing the same thing, dude. Just putting his body through whatever was necessary to get Andre Fili out of there. And, dude, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see Loke Dog for 6 months just because he's just got some injuries from that fight, but not from Andre Fili, just from him throwing at Andre Fili with reckless abandonment, full power, and shit getting checked, kicking elbows, shit like that. Yeah, Loke Dog wins round 2 knockout. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, this is I mean, it was a really good fight, and I mean, rightfully they got fight of the night. Vinicius Oliveira, dude, and I've been a fan of him. Like, I think he's a fun fighter. Dude, he puts himself in so much danger. Like we were talking about it the other day when like he hurts himself to hurt other people. Like he kept throwing those kicks, hurting his foot, and was still like limping on his foot because he is visibly hurting himself. But he's willing to do that as long as he's hurting his opponent. So that part does make him fun. And, it ended up being a nice little scrap. I do think that short notice part might have taken effect on Fili because he didn't necessarily end up having enough, look like he didn't have enough gas to kind of press on it to get that finish in the first. And then there in the second, once Vinicius Oliveira started doing that body work, you can see that Fili just kind of had enough there. But man, what was your opinion with the and I'm sorry, the elbows? Did you mention that? With
I did not mention the elbows. Maybe some back of the head shots. But I think at that point, like, that's not what caused the finish. The finish was the body shot, him curled up, and at that point, he was kind of just bent over, curled up, and maybe like 1 or 2 landed, but that wasn't what made the fight finish. As where in the Alex Pereira fight, it's like that maybe what possibly could have made the fight finish.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I was kind of 50-50 on it. I think once you see Fili stand up and then the doctors having to put the like the gauze on the back of his head because where he's bleeding, I'm like, that's tough. But I do ultimately agree with you that I thought the same thing. I thought the Fili was done. He could have stopped the fight before he started throwing the elbows. But then they just I think it was and maybe it was the icing on the cake, sure, but I still think that Fili was kind of cooked to that point. But it was a very fun fight while it lasted.
I agree. I guess Giga, that fight got canceled. So the prelims this past weekend were Andre Lima, Kevin Borjas. Dude, I picked earlier in the before the podcast. I was like, dude, Kevin Borjas gonna win this fight. He's the better striker on the feet. And then we got to the podcast, and I was thinking about, I'm like, yeah, Andre Lima does have solid takedowns. He has shown that a few times now. But if this is on the feet the whole time, Kevin Borjas is the better striker. And you agreed with me. You agreed with me last week. You're like, yeah. And then I picked Andre Lima via decision on the podcast. And then, dude, Fight starts to play out. I think Andre Lima may have won round one, and then but it was a close fight. And then live odds are like +3 something Kevin Borjas, and then he got hit in the nuts, and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna put $10 on it, maybe win like $40 back, and just hopefully be happy with it. And the nut shot takes all 5 minutes. You were actually messaged me during this fight. You're like, he's gonna quit. I cannot believe this. Like you were heated. You're like, he barely got grazed in the nuts. And I'm like, just give him a second to like see if he's gonna fight. Fight starts back. Kevin Borjas just skirts around the cage the whole time. Some may say he was running, but kind of piecing Andre Lima up, dude. Andre Lima's eye was all swollen at the end of the fight, dude. I can't be mad at the decision. I wish I would have officially picked it and officially bet Kevin Borjas via decision. Unfortunately, I only caught that live line. What's your thoughts on Andre Lima, Kevin Borjas?
Yeah, and
I
after
did
the
agree. Fight, we'll also fucking talk about it too.
Yeah, I did agree that I thought that Kevin Borjas was a better striker, which is why I thought that Andre Lima was going to try to get the fight down to the ground. I mean, I think he might have tried, maybe once, and other than that, he didn't really have too much success. Now you kind of want to ask yourself, how much did the weight cut have to do? Did Kevin Borjas feel a little heavy? In terms of the wrestling, is that why Lima thought that he was going to be comfortable to keep it on the feet? So, I do think that, maybe the weight cut played a little bit of a factor into it, especially because he was 129, I think Borjas was. So,
Oh
yeah,
shit, I didn't know there was a fucking weight miss or anything like that.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the weigh-ins Friday.
Yeah, no, he missed. I believe he was 128 or 129. So, and it wasn't like a short miss. Like it was a pretty good miss. So,
Gotcha.
maybe Lima thought that he was going to be able to outstrike him, but I mean, Borjas just kept circling the cage, and Lima just couldn't find a way to cut him off. And I mean, I really think that was just the moral of the story when it comes to this fight was, Kevin Borjas just used his footwork, and Lima couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah. Moving on down. BM Mesquita, Melissa Mullins, dude. Melissa Mullins comes up there, cracks BM Mesquita, has her doing the Uncle I have happy feet, backing up. I'm like, oh my God, there is no way she's about to knock out BM Mesquita. Then Melissa Mullins goes for the takedown, and about 30 seconds later, she's in an armbar tapping. After the fight is over, she then looks at her coach and says, "You didn't tell me she knew jiu-jitsu." This is a 6-time, 7-time world champion jiu-jitsu black belt. You don't know that she knows jiu-jitsu?
Wait, she said that?
She looked at her coach and yelled that.
What?
To be fair, she looked like she was drunk walking out and just fucking standing there, like getting fucking ready for the cage. Like she was just like I've never seen her fucking. She looked like she was on some kind of drugs, like before the fight starts. I don't know, dude. BM Mesquita wins round 1. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, I missed that part. And really I just saw kind of the highlight from this fight. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I just saw where Melissa Mullins was able to lump her up on the feet, and then you end up going down to the ground. It's like, why are you you gotta treat her like how Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje did Charles Oliveira. Like they're like, I mean, we've seen people go into Charles Oliveira's guard and beat him, but even good fighters like them are like, yeah, I ain't jumping into his guard, man. You can, go ahead and get on up. And yeah, if you're Melissa Mullins, you got to be kicking yourself because, you hurt her on the feet and have a chance to beat a prospect like Mesquita, but yeah, blew your opportunity. And yeah, dude, being Mesquita, she is absolutely ruthless with her jiu-jitsu.
Lights out on the feet, dude. It's like, dude, I mean, lights out on the ground.
Dude, I mean, she is. I mean, like, remind me of the women's version of Damian Maya. Like, just dangerous everywhere on the ground, dude. Like, not that great of a striker. She can kind of throw 1-2, but dude, she's on the ground. Don't matter if she's on her back or, and God forbid if you're on your back against her. But yeah, dude, she's an animal.
I do want to talk about Andre Lima after that fight. Went on like a tweeting storm, dude, saying he was going to move up to 135. Do you think that makes a difference, dude? It's like that was a game plan issue. Like he went on like 30 tweets, was tweeting about a whole bunch of shit, dude.
Definitely didn't think weight had anything to do with that. Maybe someone got a hold of his account. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't see weight being an issue there. Again, I just saw that, it kind of reminded me of, I know people laugh about how Diego Lopez couldn't cut off the cage against Bolt, but that's literally what it reminded me of. It was just Lima just chasing the whole time, and Warhorse was just cleaner. I mean, yeah, that had nothing to do with him being down at flyweight. I mean, Kevin Borjas missed weight severely. Maybe go off on Borjas about that, but yeah, that nothing to do with weight.
Yeah. All right. Moving on down. We'll get Dave drunk Dustin Poirier the shit. Yeah, we will talk about that in a second. Anyway, Gaston Bolaños, Mike Aswell, dude. I called this one right. Another featherweight one that I just saw it, man. This was this Gaston moving up to featherweight? Mike Aswell had fought at 155, but I didn't see. My issue was I didn't see Aswell being the takedown threat that Gaston Bolaños has previously seen. And also, Gaston Bolaños, world champion kickboxer. Mike Aswell don't have enough, power to turn off this light switch, dude. I don't know. So that little matchup there swayed me toward Gaston Bolaños. I did officially pick Gaston Bolaños, so I'm happy about this one. Gaston Bolaños wins via decision. What's your thoughts on that one, man?
Yeah, I didn't know. I did pick Aswell because I did think that Gaston Bolaños can. No, I did not, and I did not, and I told you I was not putting $1 on this fight because
he was a huge favorite.
Yeah, what? Dude, minus 400.
400,
we both were like, what are we missing here? Like, how is he like Michael Aswell, who has he won a fight in the UFC yet? Like, except for the Almeida fight. Yeah, he got the Almeida fight where the guy, went into the fight with a broken hand. Aswell, I will give him credit. That dude is tough as old leather, dude. Like, you cannot, like, it's gonna be real tough to finish Michael Aswell. I mean, he fought Balaji Oki at 155, and and kind of put it on Balaji Oki there in the third round. He's Baloki. Dude, I almost said baloney. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, Michael Aswell, he's tough as hell. But yeah, I didn't see why the odds were like that. And Gaston Bolaños is a good enough kickboxer to where I knew he'd have some success. And it ended up being a fun fight. But Gaston Bolaños is just the better fighter overall.
Yeah. My dog just woke up. He's over there sounding like he's about to throw up. Anyway, Leon Shabazian, Levon Chokelly, dude. Does Leon Shabazian get another fight inside the UFC, dude? He went out there, got leg kicked one time, backed up against the fence with a couple body shots, and then just dropped, dude. Like, I don't. This is the most Herbert Burns performance I've seen in a while. What's your thoughts on this one, man?
I mean, dude, to be fair, those body shots were brutal because I mean, he's so tall, Leon Shabazian, and he was standing upright because he was trying to make sure he didn't get punched in the face. And dude, the body shot setup was perfect. But dude, it was so funny just to see Leon Shabazian get his leg kicked, and then all of a sudden, like, he wanted to do a Chelsea Chandler and run through the cage so bad. Like, he was like, dude, I'm ready to get out. And yeah, and what's his name? Chokelly. I was like, damn, I can't read his name from here. I'm getting old, boys. But yeah, Chokelly, dude, he ended up roasting him with the body shots. And yeah, Shabazian, if he could have jumped out of the cage and just called the fight, then he would have done
it. Dude, yeah. What's wild is like fucking because of this fight, like Chokelly is going to be like a minus 1,600 favorite for the next opponent, and it's like that was more on Leon Shabazian just being straight ass.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, Carol Hosa, Luana Santos. This was in the pick champ. God, dude. I think when I saw Carol Hosa walking out, not having cornrows with the shaved back of her head, I was like, uh-oh, this ain't good. I don't know what that haircut she has, but wasn't good. And she went in there, just got taken down all 3 rounds, controlled. No answer, dude. So I was mad at that one because that one actually lost me the pick champ. But the first one, Shane Collins, Otari Tanzalovi, I just went on that one, just because didn't really know a lot about each fighter. But you put that one in the pick champ like a hoe. And I lost that one. So I lost the first 2 of the night off the jump, lost pick champ off the jump of the night. And then, was just kind of mad from that point. What's your thoughts on Carol Hosa and Luana Santos and Shane Collins, Tanzalovi?
So I'll be honest, I actually didn't even watch the Tanzalovi and Collins fight, so I didn't watch that. But man, that fight was god awful between Santos and Hosa, and I actually stopped watching it. But it ended up basically the way it played out was kind of how I thought it would go. That Luana Santos would just be able to really just control her for most of the fight, and I think it was like 12 or 13 minutes that she controlled her out of the 15. So I was
live, laugh, loving
I saw
it.
The fight playing out. Yep. Yeah, she definitely fought like live, laugh, love right there.
God damn it, dude. So that was the fights this past weekend. We will get into what we like to call the pick champ wheel of doom here. So let me share my new screen with the sound on so we can get the little sound that the wheel makes, because that's always fun, right? Oh, god damn it, D-Rose. I cannot believe you put those.
We love
Dude,
the wheel here.
I should have knew when you put the first 2 fights in across some people that me and you both have never heard of. You're like, yep, I'm putting that guy. I should have known. I should have known. I was like, oh fuck, dog. Thankfully, Manel Kopp saved me from getting clean sweep this week, because
we had a couple other different picks in there, but that's why I was like, nah, we got to bring this one home. And
dude,
you was that close to getting clean swept, but
dude. I was hoping you threw Michael Aswell, Gaston Bolaños in there.
Nope, not a chance. Not a chance, brother.
Let's see where why didn't you throw, Fili Oliveira in there?
Nope, not a chance. Dude, I told you Fili was coming in on short notice. I didn't trust it. I felt good as far as, betting on it, but not pick champ.
Just pick the wrong one. So
we gotta secure
anyway, let's get our music started, D-Rose, for the Wheel of Doom. Is it not playing? Do you hear it? Oh, there it goes. All right. So this past weekend at UFC Vegas 119, headlined by Manel Kopp and Kyoji Horiguchi. Me and D-Rose had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 different picks on the card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, 7 or 8, but only 3 of which mattered. The 3 of which that mattered was Tanzalovi versus Collins, Carol Hosa versus Luana Santos, and the main event, Manel Kopp versus Kyoji Horiguchi, in which I had Tanzalovi, Carol Hosa, and Manel Kopp. D-Rose had Shane Collins, Luana Santos, and Kyoji Horiguchi, in which he wins 2 of the 3 this week, making him the pick champ. Look at him all happy. Dog. Fuck off. Anyway, with that being said, I will spin the Wheel of Doom. Oh, what's it?
For those that aren't watching, I'm over here hitting my air guitar and my air violin.
Fucking sour, dude. It's too early for this, man. I still got my fucking coffee, dog. You make me to drink this shit this morning. Oh.
Come on, I know you're fired up.
So
baby.
It's gonna be the sour. I know that's Dave's favorite. Dude, Dave just fucking messages me every fucking week and is like, get ready to eat that Carolina Reaper bean. I'm like, God damn it, Dave. Like, why don't you support me? You don't support me over here? Anyway,
That's my
we
dog.
got,
Dave
we got
got
our sour, mega sour. Dude, it's on my fingers.
Is yours like sticky now? Pause.
No, because I keep it in a plastic bag where no humidity gets to it.
Mine got a little sticky the other day.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, my
Yeah,
eyes.
the whole-
Dude, it hurts. It
Dude,
burns.
Dude,
Oh,
it burns a hole in your tongue. And the
It's almost
problem
like
is you can't leave it
Dude,
on
right-
one side for too long because it burns. So you literally pause, have to juggle it while it's in your mouth.
the most fucked up part is I haven't been awake long enough, so it's gonna fuck my stomach up. Like I'm gonna have to throw up later because it's so acidity, acidic, whatever the fuck the word is.
Yeah, acidic. That's right.
Dude, my eyes are watering.
Dude, I'm telling you that, and it doesn't sound crazy, but that sour is brutal, dude. That sour is absolutely brutal. That's why when you was like, "Hey, D Rose, eat the sour ball. Now talk to the boys while I walk Chubbs." I'm like, bro, you're gonna walk him now. You're gonna done it 10 minutes later.
Dude, I
mean,
don't have an
left me
option. When
stranded.
he has to go, he has to go.
I know you left me stranded though. I was like, bro, what is going on?
That was just kind of them, just if I can look at you and if I can laugh while I'm walking Chubbs for the most part, though.
I was hurt.
Guys shooting out at me.
Doctor is.
Dude. Ah.
And Dave, you are right. You talking no shit to me to where you can dish it back to Matt.
Nah, it's just like every week fucking day. It's like, get ready to eat that Reaper bean, buddy.
What's good, Dave?
All right, dude. I'm done. All right. We'll stop playing this music for a second before we lose all of our viewers. Like, what is this? All right. So we'll get into our UFC news and fight announcements. We'll close down the wheel. And we'll get
Slurping it up.
into, dude,
Here,
it's
here,
fucking sour.
The sour hour.
All right. It's just a scratch. All right, D-Rose. Get into our UFC news and fight announcements. Before we do, though, shout out the guy. Shout out the guy, Austin.
Dope.
Showed me some of Seattle this past week. Well, told me where to meet him at for like lunch. So that was cool. And then, told us some of the other spots, around the area that were cool. So got to meet Austin in Seattle. Gave me a couple cards too.
Nice.
Put them somewhere, but
Hell yeah.
and then look at that.
Yeah, my first thought when you sent me those pictures, I was like, damn, Austin's a big dude. Like, I was like, I didn't realize he was that tall. Like, 'cause I know
Nah, dude, I'm
we're
just
about-
like, I'm actually just 5'4", dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You like cut off your knees over the weekend. Yeah, dude, I was
Austin's a
like,
big
damn,
guy.
what's Austin about? 6'3", 6'4", at least.
I don't know, something like that. Let's see.
Yeah, see, I'm with Dave. That's exactly what I thought. See, I thought Austin was probably gonna be like 5'10", 5'9", which is not like, and which is not short, but shorter on the male side. But yeah,
there we go.
to see him as tall as he is, I was like, damn.
Yeah, there we go. Matt's 5'4". I'm 5'7". Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Austin says he's 6'3".
Yeah. See, I'm with Dave. I pictured him being like 5'9".
I didn't know they stacked it. That's fucked up, Dave. Man. Man, my dad used to say that shit like to people all the time.
Hell yeah.
Mm,
That's definitely an old kind of country dad saying.
yeah, for sure. But that was cool seeing Austin. seeing Austin in Seattle this past week. Yeah, me and Austin, my fiance and his fiance just kind of went and grabbed lunch at this place. Dude, Austin met me on his lunch break, right? But he's just drinking on his lunch break, so he has to go back to work after that. So it's like, dude, I could not have any drinks and try to go back to work.
Hell no.
Dude, I cannot get mine.
Yeah, awesome. What do you do? Yeah, because that's interesting. Because yeah, there's no way I'd be able to. Well, yeah, Austin. Yeah, are you blowing it? Are you blowing his cover here, man?
No. Anyway, catching strays. I'm sweating at work. Where's the nth one? He said he has to move 100 boxes.
Damn, 100 boxes is crazy.
I didn't actually work just with next set. I mean, how could you, dude? Why would you go back to work after that? Dave just cracks a beer on the van on the way home. Yeah, that's what happens when you spend your whole day.
I was like, Dave saying he at work. He clearly ain't working. He in here yapping.
He works by giving out one of those free candy vans. He just drives that around. That's what Dave does.
Yeah.
All right, Rose, let's get to the IG story this week. Let's make sure. Dude, hold on. Too soon. We gotta go back. I don't know.
I love it when you call me Big Pop.
All right, D-Rose, what's your thoughts? Corey Sandhagen.
There ain't no grave.
I don't want to get fucking copyrighted. That's the whole thing. Just Corey Sandhagen. Look, Corey Sandhagen just showing you a knuckle sandwich.
Point received. I got his point. I got his point, man. I don't want none.
Dave said he's kind of working. At least Sandhagen don't shit his balls on that one. Yeah. Anyway,
Dave, you're probably waiting for him too.
What everyone was waiting on. Let's watch it, D-Rose.
Let's go, big dog. Let's go, big dog.
What's going on?
What's up? Bunch of hoes. Let's go. Let's go.
Relax.
Man, you lying. Yeah, pull me off the.
Dude, I like at first I watched it, I was like, no, like what?
Plane. All my boys went to the crib. Now what the?
And this is why he got
All right. You Dustin Poirier?
Man, you, bro.
All right, just relax.
Are you Dustin Poirier? Man, fuck you, bro.
Man, you and her. I'll fight you right now.
No, I don't want to fight, bro.
I'll go with you right now.
Bro, I don't want to fight, bro. I don't want to
Let's
fight.
go.
I don't want to fight.
Dude, imagine how tore up he is trying to fight cops at the airport, dude. How tore up are you?
Yes.
Go.
Radio, have you?
Yeah,
step
tell him, come on.
Get a couple of
Because it's gonna be bad.
Bro, just
It's gonna be bad, my nigga.
Bro.
What's up?
Bro, relax.
You wanna fight?
37.
You wanna
Wait,
fight
start
some?
several units. Start several units.
How you boys not gonna fight some?
Bro.
37 cent.
Boy,
How you boy not
Bro,
going?
relax, bro.
You gonna
Relax,
You gonna
bro.
take me?
Relax.
Of course he's gonna tase you. So before we
How
talk
you
about
boy
this
not
one-
gonna fight some?
dude, I don't really like to get into this, but dude, if you're saying that when you're drunk, you probably say that on the regular basis, right? Like, not that. I mean, dude, it's a free country. You can say whatever you want. just because you can say something doesn't mean you should say something. And this goes for like fucking both sides. Like you know, like this whole racism agenda and words and shit, this shit is never going to end if people say shit like this. Both sides, dude. Just stop saying it. It ain't helping nothing. Like all you're trying to do, like it's just giving someone else the okay to say it. Just stop, man, because this is all it's going to do is read it, just fucking feed into some like racist shit that it doesn't. Dude, at the end of the day, we're all humans. If you're a fucking racist, you're just an idiot, because if you look at it, no one chooses to be born where they're born, to be born how they're born, to have their skin color. None of that is a thing that anyone can choose. So if you judge a person off of that, you're just a fucking idiot. You know, like why would you judge a person off of something that they can't change and have no control over? Makes no sense to me. And that's just basically how I've like lived. I have, you know, fucking people in my family that fucking think the opposite way, but you know, I've educated them and I've changed their mind, dude. And it's kind of wild, but this is going to get to that being, there's going to be a lot of people trying to quote unquote cancel the diamond, but you know, what's your thoughts on D-Rose? Because I think your opinion probably matters more than mine here.
Yeah, and you know, I can kind of play both sides here, considering, you know, a little half and half here, but yeah, no, and you're right. I do think that's probably something that you know, as far as if he says that while he's drunk, I would have to imagine that he's probably saying that while he's sober as well. Um, he's always kept the public image because, you know, we've never heard that. Uh, yeah, we've never heard, you know, anything as far as, you know, Dustin Poirier saying that, you know, on any public record before. Now I know, you know, Mike Perry had done it at one point in time, and you know,
Oh,
and
Mike Perry
he's still
does it
very
completely
ignorant.
sober.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no,
Mike Perry is like, yeah, he's from Florida. I've just lost, you know, that's his reason.
yeah,
On that.
yeah. Well, and one, I gotta imagine that I know Dustin Poirier hangs around a lot of black people and stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
he is saying it as if it sounds like probably people in his crew is like, okay, yeah, like you're cool. Because ultimately he is a fighter at the end of the day, so it's going to be hard to ultimately check him on something like that. Because I mean, what are you going to do about it? You know, at the end of the day. But I do ultimately agree with you to say that, you know, just because you can say it doesn't mean you should. And you know, me, you know, and I used to say the word as well, but even myself, you know, getting older now, you know, even me, like it just makes me, you know,
Just
it makes me
kind of
cringe when I
seeing what
hear
the world's
stuff
come
about
to now, it's not the same as it used to be when we were growing up.
it. Right.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like you didn't have white people testing the limits because they knew they would get punched in the mouth. Now
Right.
it's like they'll test it to get it on video and they want something to happen so they can retaliate because they are racist people,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah,
So it's
no, and
like,
there's I know that was it one of the guys that got arrested
yeah,
recently, Chud the
I know what you're talking about.
Builder or whoever it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy. Like, yeah, like those types of people, just complete
Like, what are
idiots
you doing?
at the
Like,
end of the
what are
day.
you doing? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah, you're trying to provoke a reaction, and just, you know, the overall picture. Yeah, you know, I ultimately agree with you that, yeah, if you think that way and you have hate in your heart, that's just, you know, that's just
Yeah.
absolutely ignorant, because you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're just all humans, and you know, we all
If
live
you
this
keep
same life.
it, if the news and the media keeps bringing up the differences between people, shit's never going to end. We have to realize that we're all the same, dude. And it's like,
Yeah,
anytime you see something like in the news, it's like white person does this, black person does it shouldn't matter what color their fucking skin is, you know, that it's a bad person did something, you know, but unfortunately not everyone thinks like us, man. Yeah, fucking clown. Anyway, yeah, Alex posted some pictures of his head healing from the Cyril Gahn fight. What's your thoughts on that?
um, that looks like a. I know we've all had like a blow up toy or something like that, to where like a baby doll where the head is just completely pushed in. We've all seen those dolls before, and that's exactly what. Exactly what that looks like.
Anyway, moving on. Tom getting ready for his next fight. Getting checked before he walks in to see the ref. I mean, getting checked by the ref before he fucking walks in. Getting the Vaseline put on him, making sure he's got his mouthpiece. Making sure he's got his cup. Just shows all the Cyril Gahn fucking nut shots. Asking him where his helmet's at because showing all the Cyril Gahn back at the headshots.
He said, "Why are you pointing at my head?"
He's got a fucking motorcycle helmet on. He's like, "All right, you're good to enter the octagon now."
He's like, "Wait,
The eye pokes.
you gotta be aware of the eye pokes."
He puts his motorcycle helmet and face guard down.
I mean, that is the type of equipment you're going to need, at this point in time to fight Cyril Gahn now.
Crazy. Anyway, what's your thoughts on I guess it's Ian Gary training footage that recently came out, Torres? This is like some random fucking Dagestani guy. This ain't anyone in the UFC or anything.
High head. You're fine.
And you see how much smaller that guy is than him too? And he was just ragdolling Ian Gary. Not a good look for Islam, huh?
I think they said that that guy fights in PFL. I'm not super aware of him, but I also saw a thing where they said this clip is probably like at least 2 or 3 years old.
Okay.
I don't know. They said that this clip is kind of old, and Ian Gary, I guess he said that this guy keeps recirculating these clips and all this stuff. I mean, we've seen Ian Gary's takedown defense, evolve over time, and he did very well against Shavkat as well. But Shavkat was able to get him down at certain points in time as well. So,
also not the same type of all out. If Islam is diving at your legs, as we're fucking Shavkat ain't doing shit besides body locks.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, and Islam has a multitude of ways of getting down with trips, slams, all that good stuff. So I mean, and to be honest, even seeing this, I don't know if my opinion would have changed at all, because I'm still probably going to say Islam, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We got another fun one here. This is Loke Dog. Give me your thoughts on it.
What's your best pickup line?
What's up, baby girl? Let's have a sex.
I mean, dude, that's got to get him every time. I mean,
dude, right?
He's got to be 100 for 100 with that line,
right?
Got to be.
Here's his reason why.
Because I am 30 years old. I don't have time to have a good conversation. Let's go to the dinner. No, let's have a sex. That's it. If you want to have a sex, let's go. If you don't want to, back up.
If you don't want to, back up.
Damn. Dude's an absolute savage. Sheesh.
All right, D-Rose, me and you are big UFC 6 fans. What about the new DLC drop for fucking DP here? We got 2026 Atlanta Airport DP.
Hey, it's gonna be bad. Hey, you better call him. It's gonna be bad.
You gonna tase me? Of course. You're trying
not
to
gonna
fight me.
something. How you not gonna fight something? Dude, that's absolutely hilarious.
Dude,
Bunch of hoes.
they need to put this on there. 2026 Atlanta Airport DP.
Dude, dude, if they did that, it would officially be the best game ever.
Let's see. Did you see the dude who posted? So I did not. I did not see.
I saw that he was wrestling with somebody in the airport too. Like he was like they were like somebody took his leg and like he was stuffing a takedown and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I saw. Was that the same day? Was that the same day?
It was,
Oh
yes,
shit! Yeah,
yes,
I
it was
saw that.
It was apparently in the same airport. So that's why
Uh,
nobody knows why he ended up getting kicked off the plane.
maybe
but
that
he ended up
dude
getting
kept
kicked off
buying
the
him
plane.
drinks. Maybe everyone in the comments is like, "Well, we know who kept buying Dustin drinks." Yeah, maybe it was that guy that was fucking around with him in the airport. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not that alcoholic, dude. I mean, like, I get fucking drunk and I'm like, happy, kind of fucking dancey shit like that. I'm not an aggressive drunk at all, but he seems like he's just ready to throw down when he gets drunk.
Well, and it kind of makes sense. He's got that background, and he's noted that he's been pretty, aggressive in his past. So kind of makes sense.
Dave, I don't know how anyone could fly if they're that hammered, dog. If I'm trying to fight people, I've already thrown up more than a few times. David says getting paranoid. Yeah, I can see. All right, D-Rose. Let's look at Jamal Hill.
Big Mama.
That's your
Big
guy,
Mama.
man.
Bro, what he looks like he ate that guy. Like, and it's still in his stomach right now. Like, well, and I know he's had videos where he kind of like sticks out his stomach and stuff like that before. But bro,
We
this is
didn't
all
talk about it
natural.
last week, but he said he was gonna fucking move up to heavyweight last week. Dude, you can see that shit hanging, dog.
Yeah, that's all natural right there. Yeah, that's no push. That's all natural, man. I know he's kind of playing along with the gimmick and everything, but dude, it like literally ever since he became champ, he stopped trying.
Dude, when
Like,
your belly
like, ever
hangs
since
over your pants like that, dog, you are not an elite athlete. Like,
At all.
I don't care who you are.
At all.
No, Jeff, that's not fake. That is real. It's a video. Watch him react when you realize he's being filmed. Look.
Hey, man. Hey, you get the hell out of here. You get the hell out of here.
No, I think he's kind of playing into it. I think he's
Yeah.
playing into it a little bit, but I think that's the problem. It's like, dude, that's not funny. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Dave, my
like,
point
that's not funny,
stands.
man.
You can't be an elite athlete like that, Dave. If you can't run like a half mile, dude. Like, what if you're getting chased? Someone's gonna get you. I paid good money for this. I know you did, Dave. I know, brother.
Damn,
All
all
right.
the McDoubles.
Dude. Anyway, let's just listen to Bobby Green's response to the DP airport incident.
Real quick. So what you telling me? Dustin Poirier got arrested. And this nigga Kobe trying to make fun of him and shit. So you telling me on Father's Day I can't?
Oh man.
No,
He went on to say on Father's Day a guy can't get drunk. And I'm like, Bobby, you're missing the point. He's obliterated an airport trying to fight the police. Like, it's not that he's drunk. He's trying to fight airport security. Obliterated.
Yeah. I'm hoping that was him not realizing that
It almost kind of seemed like
maybe
he was
hadn't
drunk.
seen the video. Yeah, maybe he was realizing that I hadn't seen the video yet, because once you see the video, you're like,
Yeah,
there's
only if
no
you're
way to defend
Samoan. Dave is far from Samoan. Anyway, I'm not sure if this was going to be on the like the Big Marcel, so I went ahead and put this on the on my story. D Rose, what about this? Vicente Luque, Trayshawn Gore, August 15th in Philly.
That should be a fun fight. I mean, as long as Luque comes in and he fights the way like he normally fights. Now this will be
he looked good last fight.
Yeah, he smoked Gaslam. I called that too. And I bet him straight up. I should have bet him by sub straight up. But yeah, I think this should be a fun. If Luque comes in and fights like the Luque that we know, this should be a fun fight.
Yeah, dude, I got Luque Darce choke. If so, against old Cherizian Gore.
I think there's
Right.
news on the horizon.
Oh shit! Do you think you'll fight again this year?
I would say so. I might even fight 2 times by the end of the year. If Aspinall's not ready to come back, then I'm ready to fight Cyril Gahn. And
So Josh Hokett talking about this tells me that what he said is that people are going to be upset with his next fight, and they're going to think that it's too soon. But he's ready to go now. And then he's also already talking about,
it'll be a fight of like the best athletes that the heavyweights ever seen. He's a master of movement, but I still believe I'll go down as the greatest athlete to ever step into the octagon. I'm talking about all-around athlete as well. I'll beat him. I mean, if you had a variety of sports, I would beat him at.
Will you fight for the belt in 2026?
There's a great chance.
Can you tell us the time frame when you might come back?
Might be quicker than people would like. Yeah, no, this is what happens when you express some courage and then you back it up.
I'm just walking around New York City.
So, what it seems to me, dude, is UFC maybe expressed some interest in Josh Hokett, Cyril Gahn, because maybe Tom's not ready to come back yet. That's almost kind of what it seems like, is that if Tom's not ready to come back, then UFC is going to make Cyril Gahn versus Josh Hokett for the title. But if he is ready to come back, maybe they might make that one. They'll probably put Hokett as co-main versus, Pavlovich or Waldo, something like that. And then, Josh Hokett is either fighting for the title next, or if he wins his next fight, he's fighting for the title. Agree?
Yeah, I still think he's probably going to end up having one more fight. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be
It's got to be Waldo or Pavlovich. That's the only
Pavlovich.
two, dude.
Yeah. I was about to say Volkov, Pavlovich. I think it's going to be, one of those two. And I think that's what he might mean when he says, people are going to say it might be too soon because.
I mean, he just fought Curtis Blades and fucking Derek Lewis, dude. It's like, that's the top of the division. Not Derek Lewis, but,
Yeah, I would say, not Derek Lewis. Because he definitely went backwards after fighting Curtis Blades. But yeah, no, I think that, maybe one more fight just to kind of solidify it, and then maybe fighting for the title next. But
if Tom's not ready, dude.
Well, I was going to say that I think they might end up having him as like some sort of backup for that fight. Say that fight happens for Josh Hokett's next scheduled fight. That Josh Hokett maybe just kind of hangs by as a backup, and then if that fight goes through, he takes a fight with Volkov, and then after that he can do what he does. But yeah, I still think it's probably going to be at least one more fight before the title for Hokett.
Yeah. And Dave's not a fan of Hokett. They better not give him an easy win. Beat Jamal, dude. Imagine Jamal Hill's first fight of heavyweights, Josh Hokett. I mean, he called out Josh Hokett and Sergey Pavlovich. Like, dude, what?
Dude, Pavlovich would
toast him.
Smoke.
Dude, I know you're a fan of Jamal Hill's hands, right? You think he has quick hands, dude. Pavlovich's hands are so much faster than Jamal Hill at heavyweight. Dude, it's not even close.
Yeah, and really, and I said it earlier, dude. After Jamal Hill won the title, he it's like he stopped training. Like he was like, you know what, I don't need to do this anymore.
I'm Rose Namajunas.
I made it. I'm here. And dude, because look at how he's performed literally since then. Since he won the title, has he won a fight? I don't think he's won a fight since he's won the title. So yeah, it's almost like he's just pretty much given up on training at this point. So I mean, even his hand speed at this point is not the greatest. So no. I'm not confident in him at all.
Yeah. How do we feel about meta rankings? I think I don't really think they changed that much, dude. I mean, we just need activity, and for me, it kind of seems like that's what it goes off of is activity and finishes, opposed to lay and pray, fighting once a year, so on and so forth. All right, D-Rush, what's your thoughts on this?
New York City saying, "Are you Dustin Poirier? Man, fuck you!" I just keep saying it. Are you Dustin Poirier? Man, fuck you. It's truly an all-time video. Are you Dustin Poirier? Man, fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
goodness.
he's right. I mean, I've had a couple. Like I said, I ain't not want to fight something. I don't know why. Like something like that. Like this stupid line like that. Like that video should not be producing that for us because ultimately it is kind of sad because he's drunk in an airport wanting to fight cops. But we gotta find the humorous stuff.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Rose. We didn't really go over any fights last week because you're out here trying to slang some Kias, but we'll catch up on any of them that we didn't really talk about last week, I guess. Let's see.
Some of the
I'm
ones
trying
that
to
my name and care didn't either.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to find have we got the official announcement on the podcast for Islam like fucking versus Ian Gary? Because I saw that last week. It's the official fight,
No,
but I
I
don't.
do not believe we
didn't talk about it though, right? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and just, I guess, start right here. Jason McVeigh, Wes Schultz. I think we talked about that. I don't know. Did we talk about that?
I don't care about that fight. So
Okay,
it's good that we skipped.
All right, here we go. Eric McConaughey, Dante Johnson. UFC Vegas 120. So the next Apex fight card, August 8th. What's your thoughts on this one?
I mean, I know you're kind of laughing because you're thinking McConaughey might get smoked, but
he is going to get smoked.
But who did Dante Johnson fight in his last fight? Was it Brundage or? And like, dude, it was like after the first round, like, dude, he completely guessed.
He's fought 2 times. Cedric Dumas and Cody Brundage, and he won both fights.
Yeah, Brundage, and but dude, Brundage made him work in that fight, and kind of made him look a little human because did that not go to decision? I mean, it was a little bit of a boring fight, but he was definitely gassing Dante Johnson as the fight went, and Eric McConaughey, no MMA math, but he does have a win over Cody Brundage, so that's interesting to see.
Well, all right. They both beat Cody Brundage. That's all that you're saying is they both beat Cody Brundage.
Yeah. So I'm saying they're on about the same level.
Okay. Anyway, here we go. UFC 330 in Philly, D-Rose. Ian Machado Gatto taking on the Islam Makhachev. What's your thoughts here, man? I gotta take an allergy pill.
Yeah, no, I think this fight it's a good fight, and I know what I said earlier as far as I still am probably going to pick Islam, and at this point I think it's safe to say probably pick Islam until he loses or retires, but I still think out of all the guys at welterweight, like I do think Ian Gary probably poses the most skills to kind of challenge Islam because his footwork. And I saw the comment from Islam the other day where he said that Ian Gary just runs all day, and Ian Gary got kind of pissed about it, but I mean, at a certain point, it is. I don't want to say true. He uses his footwork and goes around the cage a lot. He'll strike at some points, but I do think that Ian Gary has a real good fight IQ, and I think that's something that he can really bring to the table to challenge Islam.
I agree, man. So let's see what else we got here.
What up, Tank Niner?
What up, Tank Niner? I ain't seen you in a little bit. What's going on, brother?
What up, bro? There he is.
We talked about Luque and Tresean Gore. Who is this? John Paul Lebanowski versus Suck Young Ko. That's on the OKC card. Speaking of the OKC card, I wanted to go to that, but then they announced the main event. And I know, D Rose, you don't hate on as much as I do, but I'm not driving all that time to go to is it on here? Right here. Kamaru Usman versus Dricus. Yeah. I ain't paying like $500-600 for tickets and driving 7 hours for this main event. And the whole rest of the card's not the greatest either. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like they did good as far as like name value. like, kind of cachet and, what they, because these are two former champs fighting in you can almost kind of say a grudge match, because they had like, the African champ and the Three Kings thing and things like that. And, Usman and Izzy, obviously has some words for DDP in those moments. And, Izzy had his chance against DDP and it didn't happen. But and we've seen Usman compete against Hamza at 185 on short notice, and he did very well in that fight. So I think this, to me, I think it's a really interesting fight. Like I'm really
You're
curious
agreeing
to see
with
how it
Jeff
plays out.
here. Yeah. And I don't disagree with y'all, but if you're going to a UFC fight night that's, within driving distance of you, like I say within fucking driving, but it's still like a 7-hour drive, 6-hour drive. Are you driving 6 hours, buying a hotel, paying for 2 tickets for you and your other, and then all the gas money for this main event though? Like if you're close, I'd go. Like if you're like within an hour where you could drive there and back in the same night, okay. But that's too far of a drive for.
Because we know the worst possibilities in a Kamaru Usman fight, and I can ultimately understand your point. But if other people were to go, I couldn't blame them because, like I said, name value wise, that's
like I said, if I was within 2 hours, an hour, I'd go, sure. But with all the driving and the hotel, nah, not for this one. Not for this one. On no knees bum. No thanks. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
It'd be great to watch on TV though.
Yeah. You care about Alexa Thainara, Amanda Lemos?
Man, Alexis Thainara is moving up pretty quick, ain't she?
14-1, dude. 3-0 in the UFC.
Yeah. She's already moving up. I haven't seen the new updated rankings with Lemos since the meta rankings came out, but I gotta imagine she's still top 8, in the division right now. So yeah, it's a pretty quick jump up for Thainara, but
she's ranked good 7.
Lemos is 7.
Yeah, Thainara's 14 or 10.
Yeah.
Oh, the meta rankings. The meta rankings. Amanda Lemos is 11 and Thainara's 10.
Oh wow!
So Thainara's ranked above Lemos in the meta rankings.
Wow!
But in the UFC rankings, Thainara's 14 and Lemos is 7.
Okay, but yeah, no, I think but still, yeah, just as far as like skill wise, it's a pretty big jump up. But there's definitely a path to victory there for Thainara.
Yeah, we got Valley Vibes podcast. Excited for the UFC coming back to Sacramento, my hometown. Hope you enjoy that, man. Let's see what else we got.
They got a main for that?
I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see. That's Belgrade. Dude, this should be a good fight. Crispy Carly Judice taking on Jalissa Chavez. She just now recently fought against Yanesi Dubin not too long ago. Did the fight go to decision? I don't know if she won by knockout or if it went to decision. But we don't have a venue yet. August 22nd, though. What's your thoughts on this? Should be a good striking fight, yeah?
Yeah, it should be solid. Chavez, she looked solid in her last fight, but she does look a little, I wouldn't say green. I know she's got some experience now. She's got a couple fights under her belt, but Carly Judice, she's crispy for a reason, man. So yeah, she's tough. So yeah, I think that might be a tough fight for Chavez.
Let's see what else we got. We got Mick the Big going to be taking on Jeremiah Wells in Philly. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that should be a good fight. Jeremiah Wells brings it, and Mick the Big's been on a roll, so that should be a banger.
Indeed. Jan Blachowicz, Bogdan Guskov. I don't feel like we've talked about this before. Is this rescheduled?
Well, I thought didn't Blachowicz like tear his Achilles or ACL or something?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, so I remember that. So I guess they really want to make sure this fight. Yeah, I guess they really want to make sure this fight happens. Like they are like we are settling this fight one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, what about this one? Mansour Abdul Malik, Dustin Stolfoots, man.
They're trying to get Mansour a win. That's for sure.
Dude, fucking Stolfoots ain't no walk in the park, though, dude. Anyway,
He can be.
yeah. Anyway, Tabitha Ricci, D Rose's favorite, Fatima Silva.
Yep. Fatima Silva, she's back. I mean, that's a good fight because I think that's on the OKC card as well. So, I mean, that's yeah, I believe it. Is that right? It's on.
Yeah, it's on the OKC card,
so,
but
yeah.
that ain't adding no fucking. That ain't helping my reason to fucking go. I'll tell you that.
It's a girl, Baby Shark, man. Like, what are we doing?
Only if it was loopy, then I would have to.
Yeah, but yeah, that should be a good fight.
Also, UFC 330, we got Jazz versus Aaron Blanchfield, dude. Yeah, I cannot wait to put all my money on Jasmine in this fight. What's your thoughts?
Dude, you hate Blanchfield so bad. It's crazy.
So much. Yeah.
That is insane. You hate her so much. That is wild.
I don't think she's good at all, dude.
I mean, if I'm being honest, though, I think like so Jasmine Jasovicius is she's a little bit more aggressive to where I think
Gonna be bigger.
Blanchfield is kind of a little bit more. Yeah, she's definitely gonna be bigger, but I think they're a little bit of the same fighter, in my opinion. So like they have similar skill sets to where
except Jazz is heavy on ground and pound, as where Aaron is going for subs.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say that's probably the biggest difference. But in terms of how they want to try to get the fight, you know, they want to get it down to the ground. So I just wonder if it's going to be a sloppy kickboxing effects, and that'd be rough.
If so, I'd go Jazz.
It'd definitely be rough to see.
Damn, we got a champ fight, dude. Philly Dern versus Jillian Robertson.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see Jillian Robertson get a title shot. Now, I mean, I know she's been putting in work here lately. I think she's like 6 out of her last 7 or something like that she's won. So, you know, I think I saw a stat like that the other day. So, I mean, I know she's been doing very well, but I was surprised to see her jump up into a title shot versus you know, throwing Zhang Wei Li in there because it's like, well, what's Zhang doing?
She's gonna stay at 125.
Yeah, that's what it kind of seems like at this point. I mean, if Zhang's not getting the title fight, which I guess I can understand her not going back down, but yeah, I mean, I think this fight definitely a stylistic matchup with the wrestling on Jillian Robertson, and then the jiu-jitsu with Mackenzie Dern, but it should be a good fight.
Why not Tatiana here? You think she's not ready, maybe?
I would probably say there's a very good chance of that, and she just fought for the title too. So,
but she had a fight after and she won.
I mean, yeah, but I would say that I think that Jillian Robertson, you know, she, as you said, the UFC's awarding activity, you know, she has been much more active than Tatiana Suarez as of late, and who knows that if Tatiana could make the turnaround. We know how she's been with injuries in her career. You know, we love her. She's an awesome fighter, but she does end up missing a lot as well. So
yeah.
Next blow up,
man. Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see. I don't think that's the easiest fight for Jillian though, because her path is what Mackenzie's the best at there. So that might be all of our fight announcements, dude. I don't see anything else I really want to talk about before we get into the fights for this weekend. Yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our UFC Baku, our preview, our picks, our predictions. Yeah. So this upcoming week, get off my screen, you damn ad. This upcoming weekend in Baku, Azerbaijan, we've got 13 fights to go over. Headlined by Rafael Ataman Fiziev taking on Manuel El Loco Torres. Co-main event is Michel Demolador Pereira taking on Shara Bullet Magomedov. Feature fight of the night is Nasty Nazim, the Black Wolf Sadikov taking on Matheus Camillo. Asu Amabayev taking on Charles Energy Johnson. CJ, baby. We got Bruno Hulk Ferreira taking on Ikram Alaskarov. Abus Magomedov taking on Lord Mikhail Oshechuk. We got Farman Hansenov taking on Eric Nolan. We have Abdul Rahman Yakev taking on the Juice Box, Julius Walker. Nursultan Black Rizaboev taking on Andrei Pulev. We've got Khan Offley taking on Javier Reyes. Dunlil Dunchenko taking on Theodore Bregan. I don't know how to say that. We got Bezkat Almakhan taking on Jean Matsumoto. And Tahir Abdullayev taking on Jefferson Nascimento. D-Rose, this fight had to have been added in the past 2 days because I didn't even see that one. That one,
I didn't either.
I didn't see that one.
Literally was just
at
looking
all.
at this fight, and I was like, "Who the hell are either of these dudes?"
Yeah, they had to have just added it because I haven't seen that one all week. Yeah. With that being said, we got Tank Tahir Abdullayev taking on Jefferson Nascimento. Jefferson Nascimento 13-0 coming out of Brazil, dude. You don't get 13-0 no reason. He's beaten Russians on LFA. We got Basanger Makayev here. It looks like KO split. He's knocking dudes out, dude. But if you ask me, you got a Brazilian versus Azerbaijani Russian here, 5'8", same size, dude. Give me the Azerbaijani dude. He's probably gonna have the wrestling to just take this dude down and just hold him. Give me Azerbaijan guy via decision. Could be wrong on it. Have no idea. What's your thoughts here? It looks like the Azerbaijan guy is going to be the bigger guy, maybe fighting at 170, and this guy's moving up. So the Brazilian guy looks like he's going to be moving up, D-Rose.
Yeah, I'm not even going to act like I have any confidence in this pick. I'm just going to say Tahir Abdullayev, and yeah, that's it. I don't have any confidence.
All right.
Either way.
Moving on to some fighters that we know. Yeah. Here we go. We got Bezkat Almakhan taking on John Matsumoto. Bezkat Almakhan, 12-3 overall. Lost against Umar, but dropped him in the first round. Won against Brad Katona, knocked him out, and then lost against Alexandre Taporia, where that fight sucked. They just looked at each other all 3 rounds for the most part. 28 years old, 5'7", 68-inch reach. John Matsumoto, 17-2 overall, alternating wins and losses as well. Win over Dan Arghetto, win over Brad Katona, lost to Rob Font, win over Miles Johns, lost to Farid Basharat. He's 26 years old, 5'6", and a 68-inch reach. D-Rose, this is close fight, could be tough, but I think as far as volume and just output productivity, I have to go John Matsumoto here. Does Bezkat have the one shot? Yeah, he could hurt John Matsumoto, but I haven't really seen him get hurt like that. He's losing a split decision against Rob Font and split decision against Farid Basharat, two good fighters. So that being said, I think I'm going to go John Matsumoto via decision here. Could be a close fight. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe Bezkat got the nod being from that side of the world. What's your thoughts here, though, man? I'm sharing the wrong tab.
Yeah, I think this is a good matchup stylistically. John Matsumoto, he's well-rounded, but his the better part of his game is kind of like his control. He doesn't have the best wrestling, but he does have pretty good top control when he gets to fight down to the ground. And Almakhan has, pretty decent striking. And I thought the last fight against Taporia, it was a little bit slow. It started off at first, but I thought, Almakhan kind of started turning it up late. But he got hit with a big counter from Taporia. I think Taporia rocked Almakhan, and Almakhan kind of just wasn't able to get back into the fight from that point on. But I don't think John Matsumoto poses that sort of threat. And I think that, a clean striker like Rob Font, who kind of really just jabbed his face off, was able to get the win there. And I know, his last 2 losses are split decisions, but he's losing to strikers. He's losing to Rob Font. He's losing to Farid Basharat. I mean, I think for John Matsumoto, I know you said you like his offense. I know sometimes he goes for the wrestling, but I think his problem in his losses is his lack of offense, where I think Almakhan's a more diverse striker and can kind of put it on him. So give me a backside Almakhan here. I'm going by decision.
All right, first different pick of the night. I got the slight favorite, D-Rose, on the doggy dog. Up next, Danilo Donchenko, Theodore Bergerman. Yeah, D-Rose. This is one where I saw Danilo Donchenko was fighting, and I'm like, who is that guy? Looked and saw that he has lost before in Cage Warriors. So I'm like, oh, Danilo Donchenko, knockout, late round 1, early round 2. Let's go round 2 knockout. Danilo Dunchenko, dude. Dude's an animal. I love him. Fun fighter, kind of like the new school Yuri Prohashka. Fun as shit. 24 years old, dude. Hell yeah. Give me Dunchenko via knockout.
Yeah, Donchenko's fun. I'm with you, and he's aggressive. Loves the body work that he does.
The clinch elbows, dude.
Yeah, and he, like I said, very, very diverse with the striking. Loves throwing the body shots as well, and that's my cup of tea right there. I'm going to go Danil Donchenko round 1 KO.
All right, moving on up. Quick one. Con Offley, Javier Reyes. Yeah, this is one that I think I don't care too much about, but I think it's mostly because I just don't like Con Offley. I don't think he's a good fighter. Basically, lay and pray to the max. He's going to try to get you down and hold you there. Does he have finishes? Yeah, over Ricardo Ramos, rear naked choke. But if that dude don't win via spinning elbow, he don't win. Lost to Muhammad Naimov, lost to Marion Santos on the Ultimate Fighter finale, dude. I don't feel great about this either way, but I think it's just mostly because my dislike for Con Offley. I'm going to go Javier Reyes. Let's go decision. What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I if I'm being honest, I'm not a big believer in Javier Reyes, because I thought Douglas Silva de Andrade is having his moments in that fight too. I think they both ended up, if I remember right, I think they both ended up hurting each other at certain points. But I think Javier Reyes got that, that final moment, got the takedown and took him out. But I am going to probably lean with the experience factor here, and just far as total number of fights and probably the more diverse skill set here. I'm gonna go Javier Reyes here as well. Not super confident in this pick, so I'm not gonna be putting any bets or anything, but I'm gonna go Javier Reyes by decision.
That's fair, man. Moving on up, I guess I have some opinions here. Nursultan Black Rizaboev taking on Andre Pelayev. Nursultan Rizaboev, 36-9-2 overall. Of his last 5 fights, only lost to Joaquin Buckley 2 years ago. He's 32 years old, 6'5", and a 76-inch reach. This is going to be taking place at 185. Andre Pelayev is 10-4 overall, lost to Atiba Gaudier and to CLD. 28 years old, 6'4", and a 78-inch reach. D-Rose, every time Pelayev fights, his first time in the UFC, who did he fight? Atiba Gaudier or CLD? Or maybe CLD. It was Liam. I'm not sure if it was on the Contender Series or if it was in this fight. He looked malnourished. Like, he looked so skinny on the scale, like he didn't even have to cut weight to make 185. And then in his maybe last 2, maybe he got a little bit more size on him. But, dude, he don't do anything but just back up. He just backs up against the cage. It's like you're not throwing anything or just backing up. And although I'm not the biggest fan of Nursultan Rizaboev, he's going to go forward and he's going to throw, dude. And I think he has more finishing potential than Pelayev does. I just think he's going to do more. Now, could this go over and could go to decision? Fuck, man, it could. I mean, he blasted all 3 rounds with Atiba Gaudier, and I'm not going to act like Nursultan Rizaboev has the power that Atiba Gaudier has. So I guess I'll go Nursultan Rizaboev via decision. I'm going to go pee real quick. D-Rose, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't have the most opinions on this fight because Rizaboev, like, how good is he really? I mean, his few wins are what you're talking. He got it was a good punch against Bruno Ferreira that he landed, but it's Cedricos Dumas, Eric McConaughey, and Dustin Solfus are his UFC wins. So, I'm not the most confident that he's able to, really do anything. If I'm being honest, if I was more confident in Pelayev, I would actually pick him. I'm going to go ahead and go Nursultan Rizaboev. I'm going to go by decision. I do think that Rizaboev he can work his wrestling in a little bit as well. And I think he might do that against Pelayev to try to get him to slow down to where he's not, running against the fence the whole time. But I mean, if Rizaboev is to lose, I'm not going to be surprised. Because I'm just not that big of a believer in Nursultan Rizaboev.
All right, that's fair, man. Moving on up. Abdul Rahman Yakiev taking on Juicebox Julius Walker. I guess we're picking different here, D-Rose, because I have this sick fetish of picking Julius Walker. He choked out Brendan Habero, and then choked out Rafael Sequeira, won by knockout on the Contender Series, while Juicebox Julius Walker came into the UFC, lost to Alonzo Menifil via split decision. Close fight, though. Beat Rafael Sequeira in a fight we expected him to run through him, and lost to Dustin Jacoby via knockout 4 months ago. He will be a little bit bigger of a guy here. Probably not going to be as fast of a striker as Abdul Rahman Yakiev, the undefeated guy from Turkey. I'm just going to go ahead and take my L here. Give me Juicebox to win this fight. Let's go third round TKO. D-Rose, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm glad you have a sick fetish for picking him, because I have a sick fetish of picking against Julius Walker, especially in big moments, and this one's going to be no different for me. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. I think Yakiev gets him out of there. Julius Walker, good athlete, but just doesn't have an aggressive bone in his body. And I think Yakiev makes light work of him. I'm going to go round 2 KO for Rahman Yakiev.
Okay. I'm just hoping that he lasts, Yakiev gasses, and then Walker gets that third round KO.
You should probably put it in the pick, champ.
I have the over in this bet, though. I will take that. Thank goodness I have control of the pick champ this week, dog. Anyway, Farman, Hansarov, Eric Nolan.
That's our second fight of the night.
I know. I don't know about this Farman dude. He's the hometown guy. I'm gonna pick him via knockout round 1. How does he win? Knockout, punch. Yeah. He's an LFA. Give me round 1 knockout. I don't think Eric Nolan's good, man.
I mean, I don't think Eric Nolan's that great, but he is. He gave Susurkayev some problems.
But that's because fucking Susurkayev fucks around.
Yeah, well, exactly. And also, you got to think that Eric Nolan took the final.
How is this dude 5-0 with a loss? You see that 5-0? But he's got a loss here.
Maybe a kickboxing match.
Probably some shit like that.
Yeah, it's probably like a kickboxing match or something like that, if I had to guess. But or one of those modified rules or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with Hansenov. I want to go Eric Nolan so bad. I swear I do.
Go with your gut, D-Rose.
I'm gonna pick Hansenov. I see another fight up here that we can I see maybe another 2 up here. So yeah, I don't want to risk putting this one in there, but I think Hansenov's best way to win the fight, because Eric Nolan does have a bunch of submission losses. So that's the one thing that I think, like, hey, if he tries to keep it striking, he might end up getting hurt. But I think if he takes the fight down to the ground, Eric Nolan does have a couple of submission losses. So give me Hansenov round 2 sub.
All right, moving on up. Abus Magomedov taking on Mikhail Lord Olszejczuk. Yeah, we're Mikhail Olszejczuk guys, right? Do I think that he always needs to go down a weight class? Yeah, but he's winning, so it is what it is.
I think I've always been. I think you used to not be, but you kind of worked your way around to him.
Yeah. Lost out of his last 5 fights. Mikhail Olszejczuk lost to Kevin Holland, lost to Shara Bullet. So he started training at the Nerds right before this loss when he got finished by Caio Barraio. He beat Cedric Dumas. He's beat GM3 and beat Marc-Andre Barrios via decision. Really big eye-opener, because I don't think we ever saw him go decision, and we weren't sure if his gas tank could go decision. So the fight against Marc-Andre Barrios, kind of an eye-opener. Good look, in my opinion. Abus Magomedov, on the other hand, lost to Caio Barraio, beat Warley Alves, beat Bruno Ferreira, and then beat Michel Pereira via decision. Which one of these was the Abu Dhabi? Was it the Bruno Ferreira fight? Chubbs, what are you doing?
I believe it was.
Hey, what are you doing? Yo. Hey, what are you doing? Dude, my dog's over here like falling over. It's like he tries to stay in there and he's like starts falling asleep. while he's fucking standing there. It's like, dude, go lay down. Like, he's like falling over and like I just hear his fucking paws, like, you know, if I can start to like click. I'm like, what are you doing? And it's because he's fucking falling over.
He's old.
Anyway. Yeah, Abus, one of the fights, if it was the Bruno or the Michel Pereira, whichever one was in Abu Dhabi, man, we thought he was a gasser until that point, and he seemed to have the gas to go all three.
It was a Bruno fight.
Yeah, he had the gas to go all three, multiple takedowns, and get the submission, dude. Do you think maybe some, you know, shenanigans going over there in Abu Dhabi? They allowed him to do some stuff that he couldn't get away with here in the U.S. because he looked like he had a great gas tank in that fight. Then lost to Joe Pyfer via submission 8 months ago. I think, D-Rose, I've been saying this whole fucking card, dude. I'm going to pick Michel Pereira. Michel. What? I'm going to pick Olashejuk here. And it's mostly just because of the output, I think. Mikel walks forward, throws. He's throwing 5-6 shots a minute, as where Abus Magomedov kind of needs to be at distance, throws good kicks. I guess he could maybe implement his takedowns here. But I think hopefully training with the fighting nerds, he's getting better on the ground, getting some submission defense, maybe working on his get-ups. Give me Michel Olashejuk to win this fight via decision by just doing more, D-Rose. What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think this is it's an interesting fight. You know, I think, you know, Abus, he likes a little bit of a cleaner fight, where Michal Olashejuk, he loves that dog fight. Where he just kind of gets in the pocket and swings. And really for Abus, he does not like a lot of pressure on him, man. And if there's one thing that Olashejuk can do, he will get in your face and he will continuously just walk you down. And for a fighter like Abus, who likes a clean fight, he's going to look to try to get the fight down to the ground. To me, I think with Olashejuk training with the fighting nerds, he's worked on, you know, holes in his game,
years now,
takedown defense. Yeah, he's been, you know, kind of turning up a little bit, you know, against Marc-Andre Barrios. You know, that's a guy who's pretty good with takedowns, and, you know, he was able to stuff those. And GM3 is a little bit washed at this point, but you get what I'm saying. He's had enough matchups to where I think he's kind of developing his game a little bit more. I think he can put it on Magomedov here. I'm even going to go for a late finish here. Give me round 3. I think round 3 knockout. I think Olashejuk just keeps walking Abus down, kind of finally lands one of them body blows. You see Abus kind of curl up, and Olashejuk going for the ground and pound for the win. So give me a Olashejuk round 3 KO.
Here we go. Moving on up, we got Bruno the Hulk Ferreira taking on Ikram Aliskerov.
Do it.
Here we go, D-Rose.
Do it.
You know how much I have a dislike for Ikram Aliskerov. I think he's a fake fighter. Here's the issue, though, D-Rose. You see what I'm highlighting? Right here.
Yeah.
He's got no shot of landing this lead uppercut, which is Ikram's weakness, dude. If he had a shot at landing this uppercut, I'd pick Bruno Ferreira. I just don't think he does. Bruno, round 1 knockout. What's your thoughts here? I mean, Ikram Aliskerov, round 1 knockout. What's your thoughts here? And also, D-Rose, this is a big issue. He got knocked out by Hobo Cop 3 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that is an issue. He brutally knocked out too, might I add.
Yeah.
And turning right back around to and look, we've both been guys who have said, like, we might not be the biggest believer in Ikram Aliskerov, but if there's one thing the guy can do, he can punch. And
he's got good takedown defense too.
Lights out takedown defense. Like, dude, he's a solid fighter. Like, we know he's good enough to where I think he's a top 10-ish guy. Will he be champ? Probably not. But I still think he's a very good fighter, and I think he's got more skills than Bruno here. Both guys are chinny, but I do think that Ikram's gonna be able to control the range and land a shot. Give me Ikram Aliskerov round 1 KO.
Yeah, if Bruno had the lead uppercut in his arsenal, I'd pick him. I just don't think he does.
Yeah. No, well, that and Bruno, he's been getting hurt a lot as of late too. And like you said, 3 months ago, and you turn him right back around, that's gonna be tough.
Here we go, dude. I know you're ready for this one. We got Asu Almabayev taking on Charles Energy Johnson. Asu Almabayev lost to Manel Kopp a year and 3 months ago. Has not lost inside the UFC since. Wins over Jose Johnson, Matthias Nicolau, Jose Ochoa, and Alex Perez. While Energy Johnson alternating wins and losses. Win over Sumudarji, lost to Ramzan Timarov. Win over Loney Kavanaugh, lost to Alex Perez, and split decision win over Bruno Silva. D-Rose, MMA Math here says Alex Perez beats Charles Johnson. We have Asu Almabayev beating Alex Perez in a fight that he was losing, and he, pulled it out of nowhere. MMA Math says Asu Almabayev wins, but we know how MMA Math works. It's the opposite. I'm going Energy Johnson here. Well, Energy Johnson via decision. And it's simply because, dude, how many times my phone's about to start ringing. How many times, D-Rose, has Charles Energy Johnson fought the same guy with a different name?
Or they have like this like a similar colored flag. Like, I'm not tripping, right? Like it might not be the same exact flag.
They throw this guy at Charles Johnson once every 3 fights with a different name.
Yeah. Yeah, no, correct. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the flag's always like, a very like light blue and white, maybe a little bit of yellow in there, but they're always from like that region of the world as well. It's absolutely hilarious. But no, and so for me, I think the biggest thing, Asu Almabayev in his last fight, like you said, he was losing the Alex Perez fight, and I had a pretty decent bet on Almabayev as well. So I was glad that he cashed.
Me too.
But
I bet him my sub. I was like, yes.
yeah. So he pulled it off.
Pulled out of the fire.
I think he showed that a decent striker who could defend takedowns, he's going to struggle against. And I think Charles Johnson is somebody who can control the range, good at striker, very good at stuffing takedowns. And even if he does, he normally gets right back up to his feet. We're both Energy fans, man, at the end of the day. So he has alternated wins and losses over his last few, and you could say he's due for a loss. But I think the skill set wise, I think Charles Johnson's got what it takes to get it done. So give me Charles Johnson by decision.
And if Energy Johnson really wants to win, all he's got to do is hit him with a Manel Kopp Captain Insano, Fuck it. Just pop him in both eyes and fucking Captain Insano shows no mercy. Fucking takes him out, dude. Anyway, moving on up. Nasty Nas, the Black Wolf. Nazim Sadikov taking on Matheus, the Jaguar Camillo. Yeah, we've seen Camillo fight 2 times inside the UFC. Got choked out by Gabe Green and beat Slaviclaus via decision. Gabe Green was big down at 155. I will say that. So I don't know too much about that one. Who am I kidding? I'm going Nazim Sadikov here. I'm going Nazim Sadikov to win this fight by knockout, probably body shots. Give me round 2. We know he's in his hometown. He's going to play to the crowd. He's going to go out there and fucking smoke the Jaguar, dude. What are we kidding? Which way are you going here, man?
We all know we're going with the Black Wolf over the Jaguar.
Of course.
Yeah, and Nasty Nas. He's good, man. Good striker. Also got pretty good wrestling. He
goes into the fire, though.
And that's one thing he will do. He is willing to put himself out there, and that can ultimately get him caught in certain moments. He got hurt in the Borishev fight.
Nick
and
Moda
he
fight.
got hurt in the Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. The Nicholas Moda fight, he also got hurt in as well. So, and ultimately, he got polished off by Fiziev. But I do think that Mateus Camilla, he's not the most dangerous striker. He's more or less going to want to take the fight down to the ground. And I think that's going to play into Nazim's game because Camilla's going to have to try to get close. And that's where Sadikov does his best work. So give me Nazim Sadikov round 2 KO.
Hey, we agreeing on it. Moving on up, Michel. The Malador Pereira, Sharabullet Magomedov. Yep. Which way you going here, man? He's on my do not bet list. I can't pick him anymore, dude. Just fucking burns me every goddamn time. Was at this one 3 months ago. Zach Reese, Michel Pereira. That was in Houston. A lot of people thought Zach Reese won that fight.
And that was for Pick Champ too, if you remember.
Yeah.
I believe you actually picked Michel Pereira because you
Probably
were the most confident Zach Reese. And I picked Zach Reese thinking that Zach Reese was going to get it done, and it was a pretty decent fight. But yeah, he ultimately ended up not getting the nod. Zach Reese didn't. But
dude, on paper, 3 years ago, this fight is the funnest fight of the night. Now, Michel Pereira don't do shit because then he gets knocked out now.
Yeah, or just doesn't do anything at all. Because to me, I go back to the A Boost fight where him and A Boost just kind of stared at each other for 15 minutes.
Dude,
and
one of the best fights was Michel Pereira versus Ihor Peteria. Or was it Ihor or yeah, it was Ihor, right?
I mean, he did smoke Ihor.
Yeah. It was fun, just a fun fight.
Yeah, well, to me, and I can never remember the guy's name, is when he was down at 170, is when he fought in the Apex and the dude slapped him, slapped Michel Pereira. And so, Michel Pereira in the middle of round 2, he's just like, and then he just starts slapping the dude upside his head during the fight.
The fucking Russian dude.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but that was probably my favorite Michel Pereira fight because he was just like, he was ready to give it back to that dude in that fight so bad. And he just literally just start from the second round on, literally just like he stopped punching.
Was just smacking him.
Yeah, it was just slapping him. That shit was so funny. And he still got the finish late in the fight too. So, but Michel Pereira's just not that aggressive guy anymore. And I think Char's is going to put the pressure on him. Give me Shara. I'll go by decision here. But if Shara landed a body shot and put down Pereira, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah. Moving on up, main event time. I would not be lying if I said I was confident either way here, dude. Because El Loco he could come out like Hoofy, dude. I'm not saying he has the kicks and all that. But, dude, Manuel Torres can go out there, throw straight punches right down the pipe, and he's got power. I do think this fight is making me be a little bit more hesitant, though, the Ignacio Bahamondes fight, just because same body style. I think Manuel Torres is a little bit more reckless than Ignacio Bahamondes is, but I just think Rafael Fiziev has
their fight.
Yeah, seen the body style. He's a great striker. Been doing this forever. Little striking coach over there in Thailand. Not the greatest out of his last 5, though. Lost 4 of his last 5. Justin Gaethje, Mateusz Gamrot, Justin Gaethje again, and beat Bahamondes, and then lost to Hoofy. He's only 33 years old, 5'8", 71-inch reach. I'm not the best at picking main events, but give me Rafael Fiziev to win this fight. Let's go KO round 3, D-Rose. Once Manuel Torres gives it all he's got, he ain't got nothing left. Fiziev going to lay something nasty on him. What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think this is it's a hell of a main event. I mean, this fight is definitely going to deliver. And I think mostly it's really just because Manuel Torres just goes in there and just goes straight into the fire. And so for me, I remember, just kind of laughing about it, mentioning the Ignacio Bahamondes fight with Fiziev. I mentioned the Ignacio Bahamondes fight with Manuel Torres. And, you go back to that loss that he had. I mean, dude, he's literally running into shots. The reason why I picked Ignacio Bahamondes in that fight is because Ignacio Bahamondes is a great counter striker, and he's good at throwing punches right down the middle. He's got a great 1-2 when he decides to use it. and that's what he just literally kept setting Manuel Torres up with. I think the biggest thing for Fiziev is that Fiziev's best punches are his hooks. And that kind of was a little bit glaring to me in the last fight against Hoofy, where I thought that I thought that Fiziev was gonna be able to kind of, I thought his volume would be able to outwork Hoofy, but he didn't really have a jab to kind of land on Hoofy, and he was kind of having some trouble, really getting inside. And I think Manuel Torres can kind of pose a little bit of that problem as well. I think Manuel Torres is a better grappler. If it ends up in any of those exchanges, he's more dangerous with submission. Bigger dude. I think if he just fights a little bit within himself, man, he's got the range, he's got the ability, he's gonna be the bigger guy. Give me Manuel Torres to get it done. I'm going to go round 2 KO for Manuel Torres.
Oh shit, me and D-Rose split here on the main event, dude. I have a little freaking thing that I'm trying to share. I don't know if it's gonna let me though. Let's see, airdrop. Man. Oh, my Bluetooth not on me. That's the issue. Let's see. What's going on? Man, I have this like fucking sleeper already cooked up that I was gonna share, but I can't get my computer to actually do it. So we are split in the main event. Is that 3 different picks for us, D-Rose? Indeed it is.
Yeah, that is 3.
All right. So
not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna go Michelle Pereira. I was waiting for you to pick him. I was like, come on, do it.
You didn't think I was gonna pick fucking Bruno Hulk? Or if I Bruno Hulk?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna pick Hulk as well. But yeah, I thought maybe Michelle Pereira and then Hulk too. I was like, oh man, he's definitely gonna take an L this week.
Yeah, you wish, D-Rose. Pick Champ's coming back home this week. All right, so our 3 different picks for the week, D-Rose. We ain't got to decide what it is. We got John Matsumoto versus Bezcat Almakhan, Julius Walker versus Yakev, and Fiziev versus Torres. So I got John Matsumoto, Julius Walker, and Rafael Fiziev. D-Rose got Bezcat Almakhan, Yakev, and Manuel Torres. Whoever wins 2 of the 3 wins the old pick champ this week. We got no backup, so if anything happens, kind of fucked. Yeah. So, D-Rose, I'll see if I can just put this up there. See if you can see it. I put $10 on this to win $238.70. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. Rafael Fiziev, more than 38.5 strikes, I believe. Yeah, 38.5 strikes for Rafael Fiziev. Julius Walker to land more than 11.5 strikes. Charles Johnson, 34.5 strikes. Nazim Sadikov for the finish. Khan Offley to not get a finish. Bezcat Almakhan not get a finish. But Danil Donchenko to win via knockout. I put $10 to win $238.70. What's your thoughts on it, D-Rose? It's got a chance?
Yeah. I mean, I like it. So Bezcat Almakhan no finishes.
Yeah, to not get the finish, which means as long if the other guy fucking finishes him, okay, cool. But as long as he
goes to decision,
yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, outside the main, but I mean, it's got a pretty good shot.
I mean, for him to land 38 strikes, I mean, if it goes to the
I think if it ends early,
second, yeah. That's my thought process.
Getting a little tricky.
Dude, Julius Walker to land 12 strikes, I was like, come on, Julius. Just go out there and throw like a 12-punch combination and then get knocked out and you're cool. I don't care.
Well, now you got to care about it because it's in the picture.
Yeah. I mean, I expect to lose that one anyway. I'm just going for 2 or 3. This week, I'm just going for 2 or 3.
Yeah, I cannot believe you chose
let's go Juice Box, baby. Juice Box, baby. All right, that is the pick champ for the week. Let's see what you guys got to say before we get out of here. D Rose about to hold that belt.
You know it, Dave. You know,
Dave.
Dave.
You know what you can do, Dave? You can fucking suck a salad bowl of dicks. Whole salad. Big ones.
I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
I'm wearing my DX shirt next podcast we have. Nah, because the next one we have will be for International Fight Week, yeah?
Yep. Or
the return of Connor.
The McGregor card.
Crazy.
Return of the Mac.
Dude, time goes by so quick, dude.
It really does.
Yeah.
And we'll go on vacation. Right. We go on vacation the week after. So.
Oh, where are you going this year?
We're going to Oak Island, North Carolina.
Oak Island. Never heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of like the curse of Oak Island. Like where they're looking for the treasure.
No, it sounds like some Pirates of the Caribbean type shit.
Nah, it's on like Discovery Channel. There's like this fucking place that they think there's this big bunch of fucking buried treasure at, and then like every time they fucking dig down, it just fills up with water, so they can't ever actually get to the bottom of it. It's pretty crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's like up in Canada somewhere, I think.
Yeah. See, this is North Carolina, so not that far. It's like 5.5, I think. 5.5 hours.
I got you. All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate every single one of you for stopping by, hanging out with us right over here today on the Golden Octagon. If you haven't already, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. If you're new here, subscribe down the channel. And if you enjoyed this, you think someone else might enjoy it, do us a favor, share that with them. But that's going to be all from us over here on the Golden Octagon today. Remember, at the end of the day, it's a fist fight. Anything can happen. So if you're betting your hard-earned money on these fights this weekend, remember, anything can happen. Don't be betting more than you can afford to lose, because this is a crazy game that we play. But with that being said, we appreciate all y'all for stopping by. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, buddy. With that being said, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.